The Boeing 777, a symbol of modern aviation, stood poised on the runway, its sleek frame glistening under the airport lights. Its nose pointed towards the heavens, eager to climb into the vast expanse above, a testament to human ingenuity and the spirit of exploration. Inside, 157 souls, a mix of holidaymakers and business travelers, settled into their seats, their dreams tucked away in carry-on luggage. Some chatted excitedly about their destinations, while others closed their eyes, hoping for a restful journey. Anticipation crackled in the air, the familiar hum of the engines a lullaby of departure. The cabin crew moved with practiced efficiency, ensuring everything was in place for a smooth takeoff. This was British Airways Flight 2276, embarking on a journey from Las Vegas to London Gatwick on September 8, 2015. A routine flight, or so everyone thought. Little did they know, they were about to become players in a terrifying drama, a fight for survival against a raging inferno. The calm of the cabin would soon be shattered. The date remains etched in the annals of aviation history, a stark reminder of the unforgiving nature of mechanical failure. It serves as a case study for aviation safety and emergency response. As the plane roared down the runway, gathering speed for its ascent, a deafening explosion ripped through the cabin. The force of the blast was felt throughout the aircraft. Passengers were jolted in their seats, their eyes wide with terror as a plume of black smoke billowed outside the windows. The acrid smell of burning fuel filled the air. The very heart of the aircraft, the engine, had betrayed them. Flames licked at the wing, threatening to consume the entire plane. The tranquility of the cabin evaporated, replaced by a cacophony of screams and the gut-wrenching smell of jet fuel. Panic spread like wildfire among the passengers. Fear, primal and raw, pulsed through the confined space. The once orderly cabin was now a scene of chaos, with passengers scrambling for their lives. For a moment, time seemed to stand still, suspended between the normalcy of takeoff and the stark reality of impending disaster. The seconds stretched into an eternity. The passengers of Flight 2276 were now locked in a desperate struggle, their fate hanging precariously in the balance. Each heartbeat echoed the uncertainty of their survival as they braced for the unknown. Flight 2276, a routine transatlantic journey, was like any other, filled with a tapestry of lives. Families returning from vacations, couples celebrating anniversaries, and friends embarking on adventures. Businessmen chasing deals, students heading to new academic pursuits. Each passenger carried their own story, their own hopes and aspirations. The cabin buzzed with a mix of excitement and anticipation. Among them was a seasoned pilot, Captain Chris Henke, at the helm of the aircraft. His presence was a reassuring constant for the crew and passengers alike. With decades of experience under his belt, he was known for his calm demeanor and unwavering professionalism. His steady hands had guided countless flights safely to their destinations. Captain Henke and his crew were responsible for guiding this metal bird and its precious cargo across the Atlantic. The crew, a well-oiled machine, worked seamlessly to ensure every detail was attended to. They were not just pilots and flight attendants, they were guardians, entrusted with the lives of every soul on board. Their training and dedication were the backbone of the flight's safety. Little did they know their skills and mettle would be tested to the limit, their training put to the ultimate test. The routine flight was about to become anything but ordinary. The fate of Flight 2276 rested on their shoulders, their response to the crisis about to unfold critical to the survival of all those on board. Every decision, every action would determine the outcome of this unforeseen challenge. The metallic screech of the engine failing was deafening, a sound that sent chills down the spines of everyone on board. It was a noise that no one ever wants to hear, especially not at 30,000 feet in the air. The sudden jolt and the subsequent cacophony of alarms created an atmosphere of sheer terror. The aircraft, moments ago a symbol of technological prowess, was now a wounded beast, its roar replaced by a symphony of alarming noises. The cockpit was a flurry of activity, with pilots frantically trying to regain control, their faces etched with concentration and fear. The once smooth flight had turned into a battle for survival. Passengers gripped their armrests, their knuckles white with fear, as the plane shuddered violently. The turbulence was unlike anything they had ever experienced, each jolt sending waves of panic through the cabin. The sense of helplessness was palpable, as they were at the mercy of forces beyond their control. The smell of smoke, acrid and suffocating, began to fill the cabin, a terrifying testament to the inferno raging outside. It was a stark reminder of the danger they were in, as the smoke stung their eyes and made breathing difficult. The once clear air was now a haze of fear and uncertainty. The engine, engulfed in flames, roared its defiance, a terrifying spectacle visible from the cabin windows. The sight of the flames licking at the metal was a horrifying reminder of the precarious situation. It was a battle between man and machine, with the stakes higher than ever. The metal, twisted and glowing red-hot, was a testament to the raw power that had been unleashed. It was a scene of utter devastation, the once pristine engine, now a mangled mess of metal and fire. The heat was intense, even from within the cabin, adding to the growing sense of dread. The air inside the cabin grew thick with tension, every cough, every gasp for air, punctuated by the crackling of the fire. The passengers' faces were masks of fear, their eyes wide with terror. The crew did their best to maintain calm, but the situation was rapidly spiraling out of control. Panic, like a contagious disease, spread through the confined space, threatening to overwhelm the passengers and crew. The once orderly cabin was now a scene of chaos, with people shouting, crying and praying. The crew's efforts to restore order were met with limited success, as the fear was too great to contain. Time, once a constant, now warped and twisted, each second stretching into an eternity. The ticking of the clock was a cruel reminder of their predicament, each moment filled with uncertainty and dread. It was a race against time, with their lives hanging in the balance. The engine, a marvel of modern engineering, had suffered a catastrophic failure. A high-pressure turbine disc, a critical component responsible for transferring power, had disintegrated. This uncontained failure sent shrapnel ripping through the engine casing, slicing through fuel lines and igniting a raging fire. This wasn't a mere mechanical glitch, it was a violent rebellion of metal, a testament to the immense forces at play within the heart of a jet engine. The fire, fueled by the leaking jet fuel, quickly spread, engulfing the left wing of the aircraft. Flames danced menacingly, licking at the fuselage, their heat felt even within the confines of the cabin. The situation was dire, the danger imminent. The passengers of Flight 2276 were trapped inside a ticking time bomb, their lives hanging by a thread. The outcome, survival or disaster, rested precariously on the shoulders of the crew and the swift response of the ground emergency services.